Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're coming from Sheringham. Well, we will be in just a little bit, but before we do that, I thought I would start here on what is known as the Beeston Bump in Beeston Regis. If you're brand new here, I would really appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when a new video's up. And who ever said Norfolk was flat? So down there you can see just along the beach, and I'm not sure if you can see in the distance, there's a church sticking out. That's Cromer. And then if you swing across, before we start and go down towards the seafront, I just need to show you something rather interesting. So I'm coming up here, which obviously is just a Tesco, but it's not any Tesco. This has been 17 years in the planning. Local shoppers and residents didn't want a Tesco in Sheringham. People were worried about the parking, and people were worried about what it would look like as well. So it was stipulated in the plans for it to look like this and to have that Sheringham feel with that flint brick wall. And coming up to one of my favourite areas of Sheringham, the North Norfolk Railway, also known as the Poppy Line. It's around about 5 miles. It's a heritage steam railway which runs between Sheringham and Hull, and it literally cuts through the countryside. It goes along Weybourne, and the views of its windmill and the sea is just beautiful. So that's where the usual trains come into Sheringham, and here is the start of the North Norfolk Railway. So at the time of filming it was actually closed, but I will return to do a video on this train station. I mean, this would be a great experience in itself. I love a good cream tea, a scone, and enjoying the beautiful North Norfolk coast would be amazing. So hopefully when all this is back up and running, definitely worth doing. You'll see a lot of these buildings actually in Sheringham, all with flint in the front of them, and also built with quite a lot of flint actually. You can just see these 3 houses here with the flint walls. I notice this every year. Sheringham need to take down their Christmas lights. They stay up all year. Well, I guess it saves money. See, the crabs are everywhere. You see the photos and the drawings. It's famous for its crabs and of course its lobster as well. They have a crab and lobster festival every summer. Again, I don't think they're going to be having it this year. And they're no short supply of pubs either. This is the Robin Hood, and there's a lot of pubs in Sheringham. I was talking about the Christmas lights in Sheringham. There you go. Merry Christmas. I think someone needs to take it down. How beautiful is this place for a little coffee shop? Look at the flint on the walls there. And an interesting fact you may or may not know about, on the 7th of July back in 2018, the world record for Morris dancing was achieved on this very street with 369 dancers. Again, you're spoiled for fish and chips here in Sheringham. There's about 5 different chip shops you can actually go to. So there's one there. There's also one down the corner. There's another one there. That's a great little coffee shop. It's one of my favourite pubs to come down to as well in the summer. They've also normally got live music on, but obviously because of coronavirus, so many live music happening. They've got a really nice beer garden actually. And Sheringham is not short of events throughout the year as well. They have quite a packed schedule, obviously because of coronavirus, everything's kind of been stopped, but I'm not sure whether the carnival is going to go ahead this year in August. I hope it does, because it is really great to come down here on Carnival Day. Great atmosphere. Again, you can get your fresh crabs and your lobsters from there daily. And we're on the East Coast, but what is also unique about Sheringham is that you can actually see the sunset. This particular pub here is a lovely place to go to watch the sunset. I know, it seems weird to be on the East Coast and watching the sunset, but I'll show you where the sunset actually happens.
On that railroad track in the fight. That you're moving on the back
Just
roads,
over there.
in the highways and the junkyards come between.
It's a popular place for people to eat their fish and chips along here. Again, the beach in Sheringham is absolutely gorgeous. It's quite weird, when the tide's in, you'd probably think it's a shingle beach, because the shingle is literally, I mean, look how neat that is. I don't think they've done that on purpose. I think that is actually natural, but amazing how straight that shingle line is. So this is a great place to come and look at the boats that are normally up here, all held on by rope so they don't fall down. I'm so jealous of the lady in that little house right now. What a view. Now I just want to quickly come up here to show you something that I find very unique here in Sheringham. Now don't laugh, but this is a shell gallery. I mean, I love quirky stuff like this, and it's a shame it's not open because I can show you, but some fascinating stuff that have been made with just using shells. It's free normally to go into as well, so definitely check it out just up from the beach when you're next here in Sheringham. And if you like your shipwrecks, definitely come up to this area of the beach. There is a wreck here at low tide, which you can see from a horrendous storm that lashed the east coast of England back in 1897. Yeah, so I don't think these are used anymore, but they almost remind me of little holiday park chalets that you can see along here. How cute are these? Again, I don't think there's much more than just a little kitchen and somewhere to sit down, but I guess it's the great view. No, you don't even get a kitchen inside. I've just seen. And it's not very often I mention toilets on my trips, unless I need to go, but this is worth a mention, done out in this beautiful Victorian building just off the seafront. And in just a little bit, we actually are going to be going to a beautiful building that once was similar to this, a toilet block. Now this is obviously not a swimming pool, although it looks really lovely. This is another boating lake, which I have to say I've never seen anyone use since I've been coming to Sheringham in all these years. And I think they must have changed the water recently, because the other week I was here it was green. I mean, it looks pretty blue today. So yeah. Unless I'm completely wrong, let me know in the comments, but I do believe this is a boating lake and not a pool. It's amazing to see these old buildings still standing along the seafront. You'll see a lot of these pretty much wherever you go along the coast. Used to be shielded from the wind, fantastic views, but no windows. In fact, I have to keep double checking if there is actually a window that's like super clean. I'll probably break my hand in a minute, but no, definitely no windows. One thing Norfolk has a lot of is golf courses. There's one in Cromer, the Royal Norfolk Golf Club, and here in Sheringham as well, and they have some fantastic views over the sea. If you're a keen golfer, you'll absolutely love it. And you may have seen in my other videos, of course, following the North Norfolk coastal path. You can continue, of course, going down towards Cromer and then on towards Great Yarmouth in theory, and along here you can continue all the way up towards Hunstanton. I've got shorts on, so I don't want to get stung by these nettles. Just amazing view when you're walking up here. We have to be quiet, there's people playing golf there. Shooting down the fairway, is that right? I'm not a golfer, I wouldn't know. Good drive, I think that's what you called it. And we finally get up to here, and just like other parts of the coast, we see Sheringham Coast Watch up there, keeping lookout. But the view you get up here is just astonishing. Up here on a windy day is probably not the best place to be, but take a look at this. Nice bench there to ponder your thoughts and check out Sheringham Golf Club and the beautiful beach. And yeah, I'm not going to go too close to the cliff because it's a pretty big drop. So as you can see along there, the coastal path literally continues all the way up towards Brancaster, Wells, Holcombe, and all the way round to Hunstanton as well. So obviously it was just literally up there, so I decided to jump down off the cliff. Alright, I didn't jump down, I walked down. Just to come down, as always, flip-flops off and have a walk. Norfolk beaches are just my favourite, they really are. If you do come down on the beach though, just something to bear in mind, they do have a problem with weaver fish here, and they kind of bury themselves into the sand and kind of have their little their fins or their, I don't know if they're poisonous or not actually, just let me know in the comments, but something to bear in mind that you don't step on them. I do keep seeing loads of these, they're like they're worms or something. I've always seen those on the beach but never really figured out what they are. A lot of people on the beach today, it's very busy, but again, here in Norfolk you can go on the beach and social distancing is not a problem. And just up here we find something you don't see too much of actually on the east coast, little rock pools. See if there's anything we can spot. No, I'm looking, I can't see anything. I say you can't see anything, but look at that. Look at all the little fishies in here, look. Oh, it's so nice. So I do keep coming across these perfectly formed round holes. Does anybody know what these are? Obviously there must be something underneath the sand, which I'm not going to put my finger in. So yeah, if anyone knows what they are and what they are, let me know in the comments. So as we walk down to this toilet block that's quite famous here in Sheringham, a lot of history here on the wall that you can read about the fishermen here in the past, the crab fishing, lobster fishing. For a second I thought they were real. Love this mural on the wall of the museum here in Sheringham. It's really nice, look at that. I thought he was real as well. Again, I love these boats just nestled here like this. It looks so quaint, doesn't it? I'm so tempted to get a cream tea, but I think I'll settle for a Kit Kat and a coffee. Brilliant, thank you. Wow, that's like a a whippy ice cream. Mind you, I do like it frothy like that. Love the fact that these look like beach huts, but they're actually toilets. So here it is, what used to be the old toilet block that got turned into a home. And what a home it is. I think it was on Grand Designs or another one of those kind of programs where they do houses up in unique locations, but it's got 3 floors, and obviously when the tide's high, the waves crash into this, but yeah, it's all pretty secure. I guess the annoying thing is these stairs that literally go past the house. And just to show that it used to be a toilet block, you can still see the sign men's. And I love what they called it, the wee retreat. And all the way along here, there used to be those chalets which we saw further down the seafront, which were knocked down back in 1979, then just replaced really with these beach huts that you see today, and this nice little coffee shop. A lot of people probably don't even realise it's here. It is very unique. It's sandwiched between Beeston and Cromer in North Norfolk. Today, we're in Mundesley. So we start the tour here, just outside Mundesley Inshore Lifeboat, and we take a trip down this windy road. And what I love about this road, it really does remind me of what you would say a Postman Pat town. You remember Postman Pat? Or if you've ever seen it, you'll know what I mean, these small windy roads. And it really does remind me of being somewhere up north, maybe in the Lake District. And that's what's unique about it, is because we're here in Norfolk. Glimpses of the sea look, and some really beautiful houses at the same time. That's the Norfolk Beach House. Is that rentable? Not sure. I think what makes it feel really northern are these cobbled walls and the brick paving along here, and these little cottages. Obviously driving up here, you've got to be well careful because it's pretty much only a single lane, even though it is two-way traffic. And on the corner of this road, this has got to be the strangest house ever. All I can see is the chimney and what looks like a wall and door. So the first site we come to, when you've been walking, get a drink at the Ship Inn. It's also got beach access down here as well. We'll come to that in just a little bit. There's also a surf hire place too. And I keep saying to myself, I'm going to start to do a little bit of bodyboarding and paddleboarding, but by the time I get around to doing it, summer will probably be over. Places to get yourself some places to get yourself a drink there, and some shops. So just like Cromer and I would say Overstrand, the thing that Mundesley has going for it is this deep history trail that goes along the coast here in North Norfolk, where you can discover some pretty amazing stuff about what it used to be like here. We talked about Doggerland in Cromer before. Again, just look how busy the beach is today. Do you know what? I never ever see people use these anymore. How much is it? It's 20p, 50. Is it 20p or 50p? I love the fact that it always says there, do not look at the sun. As a kid, that's the first thing I would have done. There's the main entrance to Mundesley Beach. This is also a blue flag beach as well this year. So the water quality and the cleanliness of the beach. It's also got a lifeguard on here too. And coming up here is a very small building. It's the Mundesley Museum, which is believed to be the smallest museum in the country. Inside the museum, there's photographs, prints, illustrating local fishing and trade from the 19th century. They also have information of bones found off the coast, including a woolly mammoth, elephant, and a hippopotamus. So what has Mundesley got? Well, seafront gardens. You've got a little beach hut over there and some amusements. And an adventure golf. That pretty much sums up what's in Mundesley. And randomly, just behind the seafront, you've got this all-weather pitch for basketball and football. And it's actually pretty big. And not many seaside villages have their own skate park too. Always reminds me of like a swimming pool that needs to be filled with water. And randomly an outside gym in Mundesley. Just give these a go. How do I do it? Oh, I see, right. Trying to do this whilst holding a camera, not a good idea. I assume with this one, you just sit down, put your feet up. Oh yes. It's working my calf muscles. Like I need to use them anymore. Oh, I know this one. Oh, I can't use it, it's padlocked. This one basically, I think, you put your hands on there and you just swing left to right and it kind of works your lower body bits. That's out of use, but I'm not quite sure what it does. So it gives you an idea of things you can do in Mundesley other than the beach. They've also got a golf course and a fishing lake. The gold park, which we've just visited, and the outside gym. Again, something we see in Cromer and Sheringham a lot, taken from the beach, all the flint that's been used in the walls and in the houses as well. I can't say I've ever seen a house or a shop that has windows like that. It's kind of like stained glass windows, look, with the ships at the top. And a brief look in the village itself. We come up to this beautiful little post office. There's a couple of tiny shops and a cafe too. And randomly, there's a small little clock just up there. That is so tiny. So let's head down to the beach, the main draw for coming to Mundesley. The sea looks gorgeous today. I always have people commenting on the video saying, do I do something with the colour of the sea to make it look like that? No, on good days like that, it just looks like that. See all the beach huts down here look lined up? I mean, this view is so typically British seaside, isn't it? With the beach huts there and the beach. I mean, that's the thing about Norfolk, right? They've got so many different beaches, but each of them are so unique. Just at the bottom here, they've got a great little cafe that has windows looking out to sea. So no matter what time of the year you come down, you can always have a great view. So as always, flip-flops off. Oh, beautiful. Does seem like a popular place to come and learn to surf and to do paddle boarding as well. So I've had some requests to go to Beeston and also to Walcott, so I thought I'd quickly have a trip here. There's not much really to see in Beeston other than the gas terminal. The beach is pretty impressive. And in July 2019, a scheme commenced to deposit almost 2 million cubic metres of sand, forming around about a 6-kilometre, 4-mile artificial dune. It cost £20 million, and the scheme is going to protect the gas terminal as well as the villages of Beeston and Walcott, which has suffered badly during storm surges recently. And as you can see, the beach is pretty nice now. So that was my brief trip to Mundesley, Beeston and Walcott. As always, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you're brand new here, please hit subscribe. Don't forget there are loads of ways to support me on Patreon and PayPal. The links are in the description. I'll see you next time.